Hey guys, it's Laura Mudeu here and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I've been a bit MIA, but I'm back now. So if you're new here, please like, share and subscribe. So as you can see from the title of today's video, I'm going to be talking about Kim Kardashian. And if you're a fan of pop culture, I'm sure in the previous 2 weeks you've already heard or seen Kim Kardashian's variety interview where she had been asked about what advice can she give to women in business. And guys, the answer she gave was quite controversial according to some people. So when they asked her, so Kim, what advice can you give to women in business? So quote unquote, she said, so my advice to women is that they should get their fucking ass up. Okay, should I have said the word fuck? Okay, they should get their effing ass up and work. It seems that nobody wants to work these days. And then afterwards she was like, I don't remember this part very well, but she was like, if you're in a toxic work environment, just get out of it, find a positive work environment and get to work. So basically that is what she said. And guys, immediately I heard these words, or I finished watching the interview, I was just like, damn, the Kardashian haters are going to be on her neck. Oh, they're going to sing this one the whole of the year. I just knew people were going to have a problem with it, with the answer that she gave, And so that had me thinking, is that answer really bad? Because according to me, I felt it was just a case of right message, but the messenger could have changed a little bit, right message, wrong messenger, So I think people had a problem with it because most people assume that Kim K, or basically the Kardashian family as a whole, didn't really have to work for their money, because they say that, of course, Kim has been brought up in a rich family. I'm not going to say wealthy, but she came from a rich family. Her father, who was Robert Kardashian, was a renowned lawyer. He actually was part of O.J. Simpson's case. Yeah, and that, I don't know, I think most of you know about the case, the O.J. Simpson's case, the one that there was Nicole Brown and O.J. Simpson and the whole, I don't want to talk about it, and the whole true crime that happened during that time. So Robert Kardashian was a high profile lawyer, and he was very rich, and their mom was also, I think, was a businesswoman while they were growing up. Yeah, so you can't really say that they struggle to gain their to get rich. So people are Kim should not be talking about success. Actually, she shouldn't be the one giving women advice, because she doesn't know where it pinches the most, and she doesn't know how hard it is for normal quote unquote, for normal women to make it at the top, because she had all these family connections. She had starting capital, she had X and X and X. So basically she just had a fast-paced start, so she has no right to talk about that. So for me, I didn't have an issue with this statement, honestly. I just felt maybe the part where she talked about get out of a toxic work environment was a bit too out of touch with reality, because guys, not everybody can just decide this work environment is toxic, let me quit tomorrow. Guys, we are not millionaires, we are not billionaires. We cannot just wake up and quit out of work, or else we are going to be starving on the street. So I feel she would have been more empathetic to the general population and not mention that part. Yeah, there's actually a friend of mine, or rather an associate of mine, was telling me about this queen true story. This queen, like she was a queen of like a kingdom, and there was a king and all. So commoners were protesting that the price of bread has gone up, right? And they were saying the price of bread has gone up, we can no longer afford bread. Oh, you know, they were just complaining about the economic times, you know. And now the queen, because she is so far removed from reality of the common people, she was like, now she was telling the king, like, why are these people complaining about the price of bread? Why won't they just buy cake? Cake has not changed. The price of cake has not changed. So you see, to this person, to this queen, like, she, like, in her reality, she cannot fathom that people cannot afford cake. As in, they're complaining about bread, which is actually a lot cheaper than cake. So it means they cannot even afford the cake. So to her, she's so far removed that she does not understand that. So the same case with Kim, kinda, because like in her mind, she cannot fathom that there are people who cannot afford to leave their work just because it's toxic. Like, they really want to, but they cannot afford it. So yeah. So anyway, actually my whole point of making today's video was to talk about privileges, and how I feel like almost everybody, or rather even everybody, has some kind of privilege, yeah, right? So for like Kim, her privilege maybe was being born like rich, and that way she had been able to like maybe work through her rich privilege and become like a billionaire, yeah, you know. So she had that privilege, but that does not necessarily mean that she didn't work hard, guys. To produce 20 seasons is no joke. It is no joke. And if we were to talk about privilege, then why isn't Rob Kardashian a billionaire? Why isn't like Chloe and Court billionaires? Even Kendall isn't a billionaire. So even if she had the rich privilege, she really literally had to work. She had to work, guys. Like, if you listen to her schedule and even Chris's schedule, it's like so crazy. Like, these guys are working day and night, and to keep people entertained for over 2007 to 2021, 13 years, guys. You can't do that if you're not hardworking. You cannot. And I feel like those people who just say that, she shouldn't be talking, are saying that because they wish it was them. They wish that they were in that position. Like, come on. Like, who wouldn't want to be born rich and like be able to like use that to become even richer, you know? So people should stop coming on Kim's neck. Talking of privilege, guys, so if you're going to discredit Kim K because of her rich privilege, does it mean that we are going to discredit everybody that was born into some sort of privilege? Because as you may know, in life almost everybody has a kind of privilege. Yeah, there's pretty privilege, there's smart privilege, there is high privilege, there is what are the privileges there? There is like being a people person's privilege, there is talent privilege. So let me give you an example. Someone like Eliud Kipchoge, who broke the world record, yeah, the 2-hour marathon world record, yeah. Does it mean we are going to discredit him simply because he was born with a talent to run? And he worked hard, and now he was able to break the record. So if we are going to discredit people because of privilege, then then it means we are going to say somebody like Eliud Kipchoge should not talk about success and should not talk about hard work because he was already born with the ability to run, you know. The same case with Kim, like she was born with rich privilege, so she kind of had an upper hand. So if you're going to discredit Kim, why don't you discredit someone like Eliud? Another thing, some people are born with smart privilege. Some people are just naturally smart. So if that person just reads and passes their exams, and then comes and talks about hard work, like tells people, nobody wants to read these days, you all just want to sleep. If that person who was born with his or her smart privilege says that, are we supposed to discredit him or her, saying that you should not be talking, you were born smart, what are you talking about? Some people are also born with, maybe in the model industry, some people are naturally like born maybe tall and maybe have the model features, the traditional model features, but those people still have to work hard so that they can become the top of the hierarchy in the model world. So if somebody like that, who was born maybe tall and with the model features, works hard and gets to the top, should they keep quiet about their success? Because if you're going to discredit people based on privilege, then it means we're going to discredit even that model, telling her, you were born pretty, you were born tall, what do you know about modeling? Like, what do you know about the struggles which normal models go through? What other privilege do I know about? There are people who are born with natural talents. Maybe somebody is a comedian naturally, so if that person works hard and becomes the best comedian, does it mean they shouldn't talk about comedy because they were born naturally comedians and you were not born naturally a comedian? So yeah, I think with the thing with privilege, I think people should realize that the world is just naturally and balanced in terms of privilege, and sometimes you may have a privilege that the other person does not have, or the other person has a privilege that you do not have, but that does not mean that that other person is not putting in the effort, or that other person is not going through struggles, so they shouldn't talk about as in their success in a certain field. Because somebody like Kim, maybe she doesn't have the privilege of having privacy, and people like me have that privilege. So for me, that's how I thought about her interview, although I still like empathize with people like who felt like she was not the right messenger for that message. But guys, you cannot get to that level of success without being disciplined, without working hard. Now hiyo ni kujidanganya. Hiyo ni kujidanganya, and people like Eliud have been working. That's why they are the best marathoners. People like what is the name of this physicist that I love? Tesla was really smart, was born smart, but still he had to put on the work to come up with all these 1,000 theories that he came up with. So I don't think like we should shame people for their privileges, because we all want. I have never met somebody who talks about that I do not want my child to be privileged in a certain way, maybe if it is financially, maybe if it is having connections, so why shame other people who were born into privilege? They didn't choose to get that privilege, they were just born with it. Like Kim didn't choose to be rich, like she just found herself and she worked with what she has. So my whole point is, you should work with what you have, because there's always somebody who is going to be more privileged than you, and there's also somebody who is also going to be a little bit less privileged than you. So you should not shame people who are more privileged than you, the same way you wouldn't want somebody who has less privilege than you to shame your hard work. Say just a person X, right? It's just a commoner, maybe an average person, but there's somebody who views this average person as a privileged person, but this average person is a hard worker. is working hard and is also viewing somebody who is more privileged than them not to be a hard worker. So it's like a whole cycle. Yeah, so I think for me we should all work with what we have, because we didn't choose to be here, we didn't choose like our circumstances. And if somebody is higher than you or less higher than you, then you no need to shame their hard work, or no need to like compare situations and shame the other person because you believe in your head that their hard work was less, of which it may not be. My final remarks are: you should understand where you are in life. Look at what privilege you may have in life. It might be something as simple as you are a people's person. That is your privilege in life, because not everybody is a people's person, or not everybody can like communicate to other people or be influential to other people. Maybe that's your privilege in life. Or maybe your privilege in life is being able to like just be analytical in thinking. Or maybe your privilege in life is being like the best cook, like you can mix spices like to the best of the best, and you use your privilege to get where you want to be in life. Yeah, and not shame other people because they have a different privilege than yours. Yeah, so anyway, so that is my video for today, and I figured that I'll be posting a video once a week just talking about random topics. I'm thinking of doing lifestyle videos, but this year I'm not traveling a lot. Yeah, I just have like 2 travels coming up. I hope so. I think I'm going to vlog that if I have the time, or if the opportunity is right, but I'll see what I'll do. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. Mwah. See you.